Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, my name is Paulina. This channel is mostly about beauty and today we're going to talk about some makeup. So technically this is supposed to be one of those roundup videos. I started it last summer and I thought this was going to be a regular thing, maybe like bi-monthly or quarterly, but the autumn 2024 turns out to be really busy, so I did not really manage to do another episode until now. So generally the idea behind these videos was to give you a little bit more insight into what I think about particular products. So whenever I'm reviewing makeup, I'm usually giving you my first impressions, whereas sometimes my opinion can change with time. And a very similar situation with my skincare and haircare products. Sometimes I use stuff that I really want to talk about more, and I don't really want to make my empties video, which is quite long anyway. I don't really want to make it all about like one product that I want to talk about for a bit longer. So I thought this would be a good idea to have this kind of roundup, quarterly or bi-monthly roundup video to talk about these things. And yeah, I think the idea was great, but it did not really work out the way I wanted. So now that I have a little bit more time, I decided to film the kind of second part of my roundup thing, and I realized I have so many makeup products from 2024 that I did not really manage to talk about in autumn that it's going to take me a while to go through these. So I had a bit of a hard choice to make. I got to choose between either making this video quite imbalanced, talking about all the makeup products I tested in 2024 and didn't mention in my first video, and then mentioning a couple of skincare items I've been testing recently. The other option would be to add more skincare and haircare products to this video to kind of like balance it out a little bit more, but then this video will be super long. So yeah, I did not really know what to do, so I decided to do this video about makeup only. So this is going to be my winter roundup. I'm only going to talk about makeup products, and then I guess in the next episode in spring I'm going to go back to the regular format. I'm going to talk about the newest makeup products I picked up, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about skincare and haircare products I've been recently using. By the way, if you'd like me to try any of the skincare products you've seen in advent calendars or like any of my unboxing videos, mention these in the comment section down below. I've already got a couple of requests from you guys and I'll be reviewing these products in my next video in spring. Okay, so we have this long introduction out of the way. Let's talk about the makeup product I tried in 2024 and didn't mention in my last roundup video. So let's start. So I'm going to start with some foundations, and these I absolutely love them. So these are my stick foundations. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury and this is her Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick, a very long name, and this is Anastasia Beverly Hills and this one is called Beauty Balm Serum Boosted Skin Tint. I love these because they look so natural on my skin. I mean, they're not going to be great for everyone because they don't really have much coverage. So if you are all about this natural look, or if you're like me and you touch your face because you tend to forget that you have your makeup on, these are perfect. If you prefer to have a little bit more coverage, then I guess you might not really enjoy them as much as I do, but yeah, I love them. These are like my top foundations at this point. So this one is a little bit more glowy, this one is a little bit more matte, but they're both really beautiful. So we're going to continue with some more complexion products. I have some Huda Beauty stuff. This is her Thought Filter concealer and I really like it. To be honest, I'm not like super picky when it comes to my concealers, as long as they do their job and they're not like super drying, because I do have dry skin, and if I have a product that's a little bit too drying, it might actually emphasize the fine lines under my eyes. Although I think for me the bigger problem is actually a setting powder. So if I use too much of a setting powder, then these fine lines are more emphasized than anything. With concealers it's not usually that big of a problem. This one has a really nice coverage, it looks very natural, it's not cakey, so yeah, I really like that. And then we also have Huda's color correctors. I've got two in the lightest shades. What I really love about these color correctors is that she has them in 3 different kind of like depths. So depending on how rich your skin tone is, you're definitely going to be able to find something that's going to suit you. So these are the 2 lightest one in her like peach range and pink range. Peach range is perfect to color correct the dark circles under your eyes. And then this pink range is more suitable for like brightening your skin. So yeah, we've got that. It's not something I use constantly. I don't really feel like I need that much color correcting anyway. To be honest, I think most people probably don't. Like if you have a good concealer, that should probably do the job in most cases, but I think every makeup brand should have them in their offer. So yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let's quickly move to eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to start with Natasha Denona because I pretty much bought everything she released last year, and we had 4 palettes here. We also had this creamy one, but I talked about that one in my last video. So let's start with a small palette. This is her mini rose one, and I really loved it. This is a really beautiful palette for this very natural, fresh look. Very feminine, very pretty, love it. Next up we have these 2 palettes. This is I Need a Warm palette, and this is the golden one, and they are both very neutral, very kind of like everyday palettes. They're both quite warm as well. I mean, this is the I Need a Warm palette. This is what it looks like. I have to admit it's not as warm as I expected it to be. I think the golden one is a little bit warmer. Very nice shades, very wearable, something I do use quite a lot, but I actually think I prefer this one. This is the golden palette. This is the new version of her classic gold palette, but the new version is a little bit more wearable because it's so neutral. And then towards the end of the year, Natasha released this Roxa palette, which is a bit of a pop of color in her collection. Recently, she's released quite a lot of those neutral palettes, so it's nice to see something that's a little bit more colorful. So this is what it looks like. It's a really nice color story. If you love this purple makeup, then you're going to be able to create a few versions of that with our palette. The only issue I've got with it is that I don't love her new matte eyeshadow formula. I think it's a little bit more difficult to work with. I preferred her previous formula, but this is just my opinion. There are people who love it, so I guess it's very personal. Next up we have Charlotte Tilbury, and this is Pillow Talk Beautyverse Love palette, and I have to admit I'm really impressed with the quality of this palette. The color story is, I would say, quite unexpected maybe, because it's pretty dark, very pigmented, very rich. I don't think this is what you would normally expect. I mean, this is still in her kind of like Pillow Talk realms. It's pinkish, very wearable, but pretty dark. So I don't think this is going to be everyone's first choice as far as makeup goes. Okay, the last palette I like to mention is this one. This is Icy Nude by Huda Beauty, and oof, this one is so pretty. I love it. So this is what it looks like. It slightly reminds me of Natasha Denona's Glam palette, but this one is a little bit more cool toned and a little bit more sparkly even, I think. I love it. I think this is such a beautiful palette, and we've had so many warm palettes in recent years that I really love to see something that's more like cool toned. Okay, time for like face products, blushes and such. I feel like the creamy and liquid blushes are all the rage these days. We don't really get many of those like pressed powder blushes, but I definitely need to mention these 3 because they're just brilliant. These are Hourglass face palettes from their holiday collection, and I buy these every year and they're just so good. So we have this Dragon palette, which is the lightest one, and this one is perfect for lighter skin tones. If you have medium skin tone like I do, you can definitely pull it off, but it might be a little bit too light for someone with a little bit more tan. Then we have the medium Evil Eye palette. This one is perfect for my skin tone and anyone that's in this whole kind of like medium spectrum, I would say. And then the last palette is this Lotus flower, and this one has the deepest shades, and to be honest, this one is definitely too dark for me. I can make it work. I'm actually wearing this today. I can make it work, but I have to be really careful and make sure not to apply too much product. I mean, I was very careful today, and you can still see how intense these shades are on me. So yeah, we've got that. I love the fact that we have like a really nice variety in how deep these shades are, and you know, to what skin tone these are suitable. And compared to 2023, these are a little bit more cool toned, so if you are a bit of a collector, at least you got something a bit different in 2024. Next up, liquid Huda Beauty blushes. I love them. I mean, they smell amazing. These 2 are from her original collection. This one here is Cotton Candy, and this is Strawberry Cream, and you can actually use them to create this kind of like an ombre look on your cheeks. This looks so flattering, and these blushes look very natural. They're really long lasting. They're not going to melt your makeup or do anything weird. They're really, really beautiful, and they smell lovely. And then we also have this blush here. This one was released with her Icy Nude palette as a part of a collection. This one is in shade Coco Loco. I actually quite like it too. This is one of those kind of like bronzers things. So technically it's a mixture of a blush and a bronzer. It should give you a little bit of color and a little bit of warmth as well. And I actually quite like this product, but I do have to admit there is one that I prefer over this one as far as bronzers go. And this is Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Bronzer. This one is brilliant. It looks so beautiful on the skin. It's just stunning. I have the Kiss of Rose shade and love it. So when I was buying this bronzer, I also picked up this Complexion Rescue Highlighting Blush. So this is a blush and a highlighter in one product, and this one is okay, but I don't love it as much as the bronzer, I think. This one is in shade Rose Glow. It's like a really nice highlighting blush, but there's nothing really groundbreaking about it. I like it, but I don't love it anywhere near as much as the bronzer. Okay, that actually went faster than I thought. I have 2 more products left to talk about. So first up, some Charlotte Tilbury, and this is her beautiful Skin Island Glow Lip and Cheek product in Sun Blushed Glow. And I really love the packaging. I really love this shade. It's so bright, perfect for summer. But as far as the product goes, there's nothing, again, groundbreaking about it. It's a really nice, creamy blush, nice shade. But you know, there's nothing like really new about it. I have many blushes that are just as good as this one. So yeah, pretty good, but nothing to write home about. And then last but not least, we have this weird blush by Huda Beauty from her Icy Nude collection. This is Face Gloss. And listen, this is a really nice product, but why does it have to look like this? I mean, I don't get it. I don't really think there is a need for this to look like a Petri dish. Honestly, I think this is done on purpose, just for the people to talk about it. But no, it's a really lovely blush. It actually activates on your skin, and it's a very flattering shade. I really like it. It's just, why does it have to look like that? Anyway, guys, that is done for now. So we're like up to date with everything. I'm going to have another one of these videos sometime in spring. And then we're going to talk about the makeup I've already tried in 2025. And we're going to spend some more time talking about skincare and maybe even some hair care products. If you'd like me to test any skincare products for this spring video, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I guess it's everything from me today. Thank you very much for watching. For more beauty related content, check these videos over here. I'm going to see you very soon. Take care. Bye!